Hello and welcome to the Turbo Newscast for November 20th, right? 20th,
Indeed.
2012.
Indubitably.
Oh, it's good to be here.
It's good to be here. It's good to be back.
Yeah, we're
Just like we're doing this now because we're not doing it on Thanksgiving.
we're
So
streaming on Tuesday because we missed last Thursday, and we don't want to stream this Thursday because Thursday's
it's
Thanksgiving, and
Thanksgiving for
yeah, yeah.
America. So apologies to all you people living in Europe because you don't have Thanksgiving. You can have turkey too. No one's gonna say you can't, unless there's like a national anti-turkey day or something. And Canada, you're gonna celebrate Thanksgiving anyways in Europe.
All right, so we've got a couple big stories to start out. Couple really big things happened this week. First,
Maybe.
and much more importantly, obviously, the Wii U came out.
Nah, that's a myth. You see, if you bought the Wii U, you actually just bought a piece of cardboard that looks really shiny.
So, yes, the Wii U came out. Um, as always, as with every console launch, really, it was kind of a disaster launch.
Well, it's
Um,
to be expected.
exactly. But there's been a couple of things that have come out post-launch that are kind of a little bit interesting, I guess you could say, for lack of a better word. For
Okay.
instance, you can't log into the Nintendo network on a different Wii U with your same Nintendo ID.
Uh,
Yeah. Not quite sure how I feel about that. Nintendo has confirmed that the Wii U's Nintendo Network ID, the console version of PSN or the Xbox Live Gamertag, is locked to the console it was created on. Um, that means that if your Wii U breaks, gets stolen, um, you want another one, you go over to a friend's house and something, I don't know.
you're basically screwed.
Yeah, you can't. Yeah.
But are there
It's.
any positives to it being locked?
Can't really think of any.
I mean, I guess you it's harder to be hacked, maybe? I don't know.
I don't know. Well, I guess, yeah, you can't. It would be a little bit harder to steal your account,
So there's a
but.
marginal benefit.
But it's the internet. That's gonna happen anyways.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too.
Yeah.
I mean, it's harder for the people that are idiots to hack you, basically.
hmm
But those who can hack are still gonna hack
Yeah.
anyways. So,
What else? There's. Oh, that's right. Now,
all they do is steal your Wii now.
I heard from Mod Chat, and I'm not sure if it's actually true or not, because, again, I heard it from Mod Chat, that they're working on a patch to get rid of this, or maybe it was related to something else. I can't remember what it was, but tentatively they're working on fixing this. I don't know.
Tentatively, according
Yeah.
to my chat.
Yeah, so you know how reliable we are, so
Well, K-Shade.
that wasn't K-Shade who said
Oh. Oh, well, then
it. Yeah.
we'll see.
But if it is a patch, you're gonna have to remember, don't shut down while it's updating.
Yeah.
It's, that's kind of a really bad thing. Yeah, apparently the Wii U will brick if you shut it down during an ongoing firmware update. Um,
Better not lose
now,
power then.
of course, you know that the screen is that it says, like with everything, when something is updating, it says,
Don't turn it off.
"Do not power off when updating."
Yeah. It also turns off the automatic thing where it shuts down by itself,
Yeah,
right, when it's updating.
it makes it very clear that it does not want you to shut this thing off while it's updating. But still,
Yeah.
um,
For it to totally brick on you.
yeah, and I've heard rumors, but I'm not quite sure. Again, if that it might also brick if you lose your network connection during the update because it flashes as it goes, which makes sense because it's a 5 GB update. It's a 5 GB update, and the basic models of the Wii U only have 8 GB of hard drive storage. So they
Yeah.
kind of built themselves into a corner here.
Yeah, that's some real checkmate right there.
Yeah, so there's a reason it'll break your Wii U.
Wow. That seems like an obvious flaw that they should have realized was going to happen.
You can't really do anything about that except for toss in another 8 gigs of storage or something. Or have a second have a second thing on the yeah. You could do a lot.
You
Okay,
could do
I
a lot,
lied
but yes, you
originally.
could do a lot.
Yeah, you could do a lot of things to make this not shit.
You're being quite reliable there, Cliff.
Yeah, I know. Totally reputable news source.
Indeed. You can't, but you can do a lot.
Uh,
New slogan. Post it.
well, I can't really think of a good transition into this next one. It's another Wii U story. This time it's about games though. Ubisoft, who honestly,
Ubisoft.
I have nothing against Ubisoft. I mean, yeah,
I
they had
have
the
so much against Ubisoft.
they had the big DRM fiasco with you play. Yeah, you play.
Yeah, you play sucks balls.
I've never had to deal with it. So,
I have to deal with it if I want to play games. So yeah, I have a problem with Ubisoft.
um so Ubisoft has announced they have no plans to release any DLC for ZombiU. Now, it remains a possibility, but they have no plans as of now. According to multiplayer game director Bogdan Bridinell. Bridinell? Really? According to multiplayer game director Bogdan Bridinell, they don't have any plans to release any downloadable content for ZombiU. He says the team managed to fit everything they wanted into the game. He says a few things that we tried during production ended up on the cutting room floor, but this was because they didn't work out as well as we had hoped, not because the schedule forced us to. So, honestly, I haven't played it. I haven't seen anyone play it. I don't know, but he has also said if there's a glimmer of hope for some extra DLC, however, if it becomes very successful, then it could become a possibility. But
That's not much of a hope. That's pretty much standard for all games. If it does well, then it makes sense to make DLC.
mhm,
So that's about as much hope as you have with any game, really.
yeah, Like I said,
Uh,
I haven't played it, so I can't really give an opinion on whether or not something would be really good for DLC.
it
But
looks interesting to me. I kind of want to play it. I don't know if I want to shove out the money for a Wii U just for it.
yeah, it's not one of those, okay, take all of my money just so I can play this game.
Yeah, I mean, I'd like to try it, but I don't know. Maybe I'll buy it for Super Mario Bros. And then buy ZombiU in addition. I don't know.
Maybe.
So we'll see.
Well, we'll also see what comes of this. Gabe Newell has confirmed that a next generation Valve engine is in development.
Huh.
Yeah. Now earlier in the summer, they found traces of code in Source Filmmaker that clearly indicated that they were actively working on Source 2. But on the 3rd of November, and we covered this, I believe. No, we didn't. I meant to, but we didn't have a show. Okay, so on the 3rd of November, a large group of fans from 4chan, a lot of people from 4chan, went to Valve because it was Gabe's birthday. So they brought him an enormous birthday card. Let's see if, yeah. Enormous birthday card right here.
Like amazingly huge.
Yeah, it's beautiful. And they also gave him they also brought him a real-life Manco crate, which, just like the one from Team Fortress 2, was locked, and they somehow managed
Oh
to
my
get...
gosh, it's amazing.
They somehow managed to get Gabe to pay $2.50 for a key.
That is amazing. It's like the greatest thing ever.
And he uncrated a combat helmet, like the one the soldier wears.
That is amazing.
Yeah.
Well done, 4chan.
Uh-huh. You never expect to say something like that, do you?
No, but this time it's well deserved.
So, after the crate was unlocked, Gabe stayed to talk with the fans in Valve's lobby, alongside his colleague Eric Johnson, for a full 52 minutes. Well, 52 minutes includes the crate and the card. But one of the fans asked, is Valve potentially already working on a new engine? Source 2 could or could not be. And Gabe says, we've been working on Valve's new engine stuff for a while. We're probably just waiting for a game to roll it out with. And then one of the fans, or either another one of the fans, I haven't actually seen the video because, again, 52 minutes long.
Yeah, that's a long time.
Yeah, that's a long thing to watch.
I got an hour to kill. Yeah, let's do it.
He asks, is it going to be more than just an extension to Source, or is it an entirely new engine? Yeah!
Woo!
There's also some other apparently interesting news in there, but I want to yeah. Never mind. There's a lot of interesting news in there, apparently. But again, I have not watched the video, so I don't know.
So for those of you that are big tech guys, there you go, new gen
New
engine.
That's not even just for the big tech guys. That's for everyone who's looking for a new Valve game.
Wow. Yeah.
Well, aside from
but
DOTA
still,
2.
it's, you know what I mean.
Yeah, new engines are always good.
Great.
Well, we're gonna move from the awesome, Gabe Newell, to the less than awesome.
Oh, more.
In fact, the polar opposite of awesome. Zynga! That's right, we're back to Zynga news again. And this time, it's hilarious.
When
Zynga's
is it not?
CEO is reportedly near tears over the company's dive. Um, Mark Apple director Bill Campbell told the Wall Street Journal that CEO Mark Pincus is discouraged over the company's current standing. Um, and he said that the Zynga CEO was near tears during the discussion of how to turn around the company. I would say I feel sorry for the guy, but I strive on this show at least to not lie, knowingly.
Uh, because Zynga, basically.
mm, yeah, it's and
Hey, it's capitalism. There you go.
to quote Mark Pincus, saying to the Wall Street Journal when asked about recent management departures, for instance, pretty much everyone leaving any high-ranking position.
Pretty much everyone abandoning
Yeah.
ship.
When asked about that, he said, "Rapid change in player habits and social technologies have dictated fundamental changes at Zynga, and when businesses change, it's inevitable that some people will choose to leave."
But everyone?
Rapid change in player habits and social technologies.
Therefore, it had nothing to do with Zynga itself.
Yes, it's totally not our fault.
It's totally
It's
the people's
all
fault.
your fault. We're sucking. I, for
Well,
one,
in that case, then you're welcome.
agree, Mark. Thank you. It is totally our fault because we hate you.
Indeed. Well, he's technically not wrong.
He's
I
not.
mean,
It has to
it
be.
is our fault, but at the same time, if that's causing you to crash, then yeah,
It's
it's
everyone's fault.
it's everyone's
It's us
fault.
for
We're all to
hating
blame.
Zynga. It's us for
It's
hating
your fault
Zynga,
and
and
your
it's
fault
theirs.
and your fault.
It's theirs for not trying to fix that fast enough.
It's our fault, but we don't feel bad about it. Exactly.
Exactly. Wow. I'd forgotten what they IPO'd at. They IPO'd at $10. They are down 80%
Wow.
to $2.29 a share.
Wow.
Wow.
That's a pretty drastic drop.
That's beautiful.
That's like falling down a pit and breaking your leg at the bottom.
Yeah.
Both of them.
All right. Well, we're gonna move on to some other rather depressing news.
Is it my fault too this time?
I don't know. I don't think so. Only
I
reason
don't think it's your fault, but it might be.
only reason I don't know is because I don't remember the story and I haven't switched over the tab yet.
Oh.
But this one I actually do feel kind of bad for them about. Silicon Knights has been ordered to recall and destroy all unsold copies of Too Human, X-Men Destiny, and more. Canadian developer Silicon Knights has lost their legal battle against Epic Games over the use of their Unreal Engine earlier this year, and they were ordered to destroy all of the games that they built with the tech. These games include these games are any software they built with Unreal Engine number 3, including the code for Too Human, The Box/Ritualist, The Sandman, X-Men Destiny, and Siren in the Maelstrom.
Dude, why didn't I buy all these games?
They must also cease production of these games, and all of this has to be at their own expense.
Why didn't I buy all these games when I had the chance?
I know. Now
Because
the
they will
prices
go
are
up in
gonna
value
shoot up.
so damn much.
Yeah.
Like, if you have one of these games, it's gonna go up in value immensely. Like, you have no idea. It'd be like, hey, we're just gonna buy a banned game. Ah.
Yeah, oh, eh, I uh,
Two humans should be destroyed.
I never played any of these games, so really I can't say anything, but I still, you kind of have to hate to see something like this, at least a little bit, because this kind of sucks. You, it just kind
Yeah.
of does. Because they were already hanging by a thread. They're done. Silicon Knights is no more after this.
They are no more.
But, yeah, it's just kind of sad like that.
Well, it's kind of sad that they're forced to dig their own grave.
Yeah, that's the worst part.
They're doing it all at their own expense, and
And
I don't know. Bad day for Canada.
the best thing is, the way I see them destroying it, and I don't even care if it's actually true, the way I see them destroying these is going out into the New Mexico desert, digging a giant pit right next to the one with the ET cartridges, dumping all of these games in there, and filling it with cement.
That'd be really glorious. I
Yeah, it
want to
would
see
be.
that.
Uh,
Ah, and then saluting it as they pour the cement in.
yeah, yes, we need to make that a thing. We need to make that desert the Valley of the Lost Games.
I'll get working right on that, Cliff.
Yes. Oh my god, that would be great. I would actually go and see that. You dig up, you have like little expeditions to go dig up the games. That would be great.
Fun for the whole family.
I don't even care if that'd be fun for the whole family. I want to go see that.
At least you know you'd have one customer.
Uh-huh. Someone get on that.
Um,
Oh.
a
Well,
gaming graveyard.
well,
So we turned that sad story into a happy one.
yeah, I know. um, I don't know how to transition to this next one. I had a transition, but
Uh,
as always, we
gaming
go
graveyard.
entirely off the rails. So, music in Japan. Well,
The best stuff ever.
we covered this law briefly a couple weeks ago. Um, they've introduced a law against downloading in Japan. And of course, as with all of these laws, the purpose is to drive up revenue, to have more people actually buy the product instead of steal it. Well, that didn't happen. Music sales, in fact, have dropped in Japan. Um, I don't know the stats on it, but yeah, music sales have actually dropped. Um, some saying that the bill or the law has made people so fearful of being arrested that they won't do any downloading even from legitimate sources anymore. Just in
Yeah.
case. Yeah, so kind of a double-edged sword there, guys. Yeah, you scared them into not pirating, but you kind of also scared them into not buying.
So you're actually in a worse position than you were before you stopped pirating. So yeah. The thing is that when people even if they parrot music, some of them actually do like buy it afterwards because they're like,
Yeah.
hey, this stuff is good.
Hmm.
Let me spread it and buy it myself.
Yeah, that's some pirates have that mentality. You go out and you pirate maybe one album, or you pirate maybe a program or whatever, and you use that as kind of like an extended trial version. You get a full featured trial version of the program, or you get the full album to listen to, you so you can get a taste of, okay, is this really worth my money? And if it is, they go out and actually buy
Yeah,
them. In fact, they may actually buy more than a normal consumer would.
yeah, because they know it's reliable or whatever.
Yeah, for for instance, I may go out and buy like maybe one Paramore CD, and Paramore's just the first band that came off that I can name off the top of my head. I may just go out and buy one Paramore CD, or if I had pirated the one Paramore CD, I would, and I really enjoyed it, I go out and buy their whole discography because fuck it, they're awesome.
So there you go, pirating 101.
Yeah, some pirates, and I really wish I had stats on something like this. Just a conversion rate between pirates to actual customers. I really wish I knew the stats on something like that, because that would be neat to have.
Uh, don't think it's gonna be easy to get stats on that.
No, I know it's not. But
We did a study on all the pirates, and we talked to them, and they're like, "Hey, do you usually buy this stuff afterwards?" And they're like, "Meh, sometimes." And then we all walked away, and I didn't report them to the police.
it would be kind of impossible to do that, not hard, because you know at least some of them would be going, no, you're gonna report me if I say, yeah, I pirated. So, no, I didn't pirate.
No, I didn't pirate. You could watch. Yeah, that's gonna work out real well. Watch them 24/7.
Yeah, because that's what they want.
Yeah.
Well, on the other side of the spectrum, from horribly, horribly restrictive, we have Louis C.K. to close us out. Louis C.K. is going to offer his HBO show as a DRM-free download. Once again, in an effort to chip away at, the cable content deals. Everything that Louis C.K. does with his stuff, I love it.
It just makes you happy
It
inside.
just makes me happy, yeah. Louis C.K. just... I have to
if
pay
you're
him.
having a bad day, all you have to do is read a story about it.
Exactly. You don't even have to watch his stuff. Just read a story. Oh, hey, he's offering this stuff for $5 DRM free. It's just so cool. It's like, okay, my stuff is $5. Okay, fine. Shut up. Take my money. I have to pay him. I can't even with a clear conscience pirate his stuff because of this
Yeah.
deal.
It's so damn cheap.
It's
Yeah.
so cheap. It's cheaper than free, almost.
Pretty much. Because it's $5. You're gonna pay more if you get caught.
Exactly.
You're not like, pirating like all of music or all of entertainment. It's $5. So yeah.
It's funny. I just read over this article, and I just realized I haven't actually bought this yet.
Well, there is something you can do over the Thanksgiving holiday.
Exactly. I may have already seen it on YouTube, but I don't even give a damn. I will go buy this shit and watch it again.
And there you go.
Louis. Alrighty. Well, with that, we're gonna take a quick break. Just get part 2 all set up. We will be
Yep.
right back after this short message, or after this short break.
Short message.
I really wish I could say after these short messages. It would be very nice if we actually had commercials, but we don't. Oh well,
My internet all derped up there for a second.
I noticed.
It's all good now. That was weird.
So,
So,
yes, we will be right
let's
back
break.
after this short break.